Hi guys! Today you're going to continue adding bass to your beats, and I want to go over a few important things. The first one is to make your bass really low because you're trying to make it a bass, so it needs to be the low frequencies. The second thing is start off with a nice strong skeleton beat. Thirdly, your bass needs to start on beat 1 and then come back to beat 1 every measure or every other measure onto the root note on beat 1. And finally, I want to talk about quantizing, jiggling the notes over so they're perfectly on the grid. Alright, let's get started. The first thing is we're making a drum beat based on the skeleton beat with the kick drum on beat 1 and the snares on 2 and 4. It's really important you just have a nice solid drum beat so you know where the beats are. Okay, next we're going to arm the bass track for recording, making this red. We can turn the metronome on. If we have a solid drum beat, we don't need the metronome, but we do need this count in because it'll let us get ready. So give ourselves a 1-bar count in. Okay, we're going to record ourselves. We're going to play one note on the first beat for sure. Maybe some other notes, but keep coming back to the one note. Okay, so I keep coming back to this root note, all right? Every other measure, I've come back to it. I play some other notes, but I keep coming back to that, and it's on beat 1. All right, that's really important. The second thing is, we don't play these notes perfectly. If I zoom way in, you can see this note is early from the main measure line, and I think I played this note right here late from the main measure line. This note for sure was a little bit late from beat 1. So what I need to do is quantize them. And if I I select them and I can jiggle them over to the closest grid line. You may need to switch your grid lines. Right now it's in eighth notes. For instance, if I make the grid lines Command 2 quarter notes, half notes, and then I quantize, look what happens. Command U is quantize. Boy, it really put them out of the places that they were to be. It put them all onto the half note grid. Okay, so make sure your grid is close to what you want it to be, probably 16th notes. Okay, and then Command U, and then take your let's listen to it. We'll just take those two measures. Make sure it sounds okay. Okay, so I'm going to record another bass pattern. I'm going to play the one note. I'm going to play some other notes, maybe go to the 5, but keep returning to that one root note. Okay, so I'm coming back to this root note every other measure. This note right here, you can see I did not play it perfectly on the beat. I need to quantize these notes. So I use the loop brackets to get whole measures. I'll put it on measure 5. I'll put this one to measure 3. I get 2 whole measures. I'll select all these notes and hit Command U. Listen to it, make sure it sounds okay. If not, I'll undo it because it might have quantized it to a place I didn't want. I might Command Z undo it, but Command U quantizes it. Let's listen. Okay, so it's important to keep coming back to that root note every other measure. It's important to play low notes because we're talking about the bass. Simple is good. Have a nice, strong, steady beat that's based on the skeleton beat. Kick on beat 1, snares in 2 and 4. All right, have fun.